over 100 yards a week ago and found his way to the end zone. It's the Steelers and the Colts on Sunday night.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Darnold going to throw right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Here's Darnold. Open. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And some room to work. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback. Following the fumble recovery, Weston. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. They'll run again with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. A strong run there, boy, when he gets it, especially around the goal line like a bull in a china shop.
And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any china shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
What an asset around the goal line, a guy like that.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Taken at about the 1. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Hines, and he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. How about that? Red man coverage. the task and force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hines. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. On first down, Darnold. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give, right side. Hines. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hines, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Darnold from the red zone now. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On second down now, it's Hines. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Darnold on third down.
Able to locate his man Slayton on an out route.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They'll run on first down. Hines. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now it's Darnold. And Ingram holds it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. "21-0 our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Up the middle they go. It's Hines. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw there going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The kick by Elliott is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing again. Weston got Patterson on a quick slant here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off-play action. Weston.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And able to get this to the 31.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Looking to throw. Weston. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 12-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw again.
That's going to be caught by Pickens.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Yep. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On fourth down, Weston. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. Fourth down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Hines, and some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. The offense on third down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hines. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's pulled in at the 32. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Holding. Receiving team.
A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of, but when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
Harris running straight ahead, and he'll fight forward on the straight ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Off the play fake. Weston. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against someone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, Weston. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On second down, this is Harris. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. To throw on third down, Weston.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take it.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He's got this to Pickens.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. On the delay, here's Harris. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try and run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 6. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter from the 10.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Here's Hines on a toss play. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A second time. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Julian Blackman bringing him down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Off-play action.
Weston. That's complete to his tight end Fryermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Quickly into the hands of Patterson. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 1 yard to go on third down. They'll come out in the pistol. Off the bootleg. Weston sliding out of the pocket. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. On fourth down, Weston, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
To throw is Darnold.
He'll get this one to Pittman.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. Darnold down to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even though it's under pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing the receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
Again, Darnold forced out to his left, and he'll just get rid of it.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Darnold.
And he'll find Pittman.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down. Here's Darnold. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Weston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Oh, good move. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On first down, it's Darnold. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. Dance, and now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Off the play fake. Weston buying time to his left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. First down, and they go back to Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Off play action. Weston, they'll roll him out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Weston eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. The Steelers send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Darnold. Looking for Campbell downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Colts get a bit closer. They'll try and run it up the middle. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Off the play fake. Weston. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Weston. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Off play action. Weston. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Here's Darnold. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Darnold.
That ball caught by Slayton. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31.
Darnold to throw.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
That's complete to Slayton. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run again with Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Off the play fake. Weston, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
Holding offense.
So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Sam Darnold in the offense. Down 28-20, 44 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Now Darnold.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there. And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off. Trying to improvise.
And this one too low.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
And here we go on fourth. Darnold. Campbell making the catch. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for Pittsburgh, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.